Hey, welcome to our warm-up of session number 1. Our warm-up today is going to be split into 2 parts. One movement warm-up, getting your whole body moving, lubricating the joints and increasing your heart rate, followed by a ground-based warm-up to try and prime your core and your glutes and your shoulders to set you up for your strength work that is to come. So we are going to start with 10 squats, feet shoulder width wide for me. You're going to stretch up as high as you can over your head, take a deep breath in, squat down, touch the floor, come back up. 10 times with me. 2, back up and down. 3, up, down. 4, I'll keep going sideways for you so you can see from side on. Squat down, touch the floor. 5, stretch up. 6, looking for a nice flat back. We are just getting the body moving, allowing the hips, the knees and the back just to shift and the shoulders we stretch over your head. And 10. Perfect. Right, moving on then into a lunge. If you need to hold on to something for balance, that is fine. We can start with our hands on our hips or out for balance, your choice. We're just going to step back with one leg, tap the knee on the floor, stand back up, and then swap sides 6 times. So 2, 3. Whenever we lunge, what we're looking for with that front leg is to keep that shin angle slightly forwards. That's 4, but not with the knee ahead of the toes and not leaning forwards too much into it. 5, and last one. 6. We're now going to change this. We're going to step back into the lunge again. However, we're going to reach for the floor. Keep that back leg nice and long. Touch the floor with your fingertips. Stand back up. Then the other side. 2. Again to 6. Down. 3. Nice straight back. Keep the chest up. 4. 2 more. 5. And last one. 6. And then your last 6 lunges. We're going to sweep over your head. If this is too difficult, stick with the previous regressions. So big step back. Allow the back knee to drop towards the floor, sweep the hands up, look up at your fingertips and stand up again. Other side. Step back, sweep through, 2, up to 6, sweep 3, stand up, step back, sweep 4, looking for that stretch in the front of the back thigh, 5, and last one, sweep 6. Really good, guys. Now let's take it down to the mat for me. So we're going onto the floor, and what we're going to do from here is just your cat stretches. So rounding your back or arcing your back up as high as we can, tucking your tailbone and tucking your chin. Take a deep breath in and out, and then arch out the other way. Drop the chest, look forwards in front of you, stick your tailbone out, and then round up again. 2, and stretch out. Good. Up 3, and out. Up to 5, 4. Stretch out, and last one. 5, and out. Perfect. From here for me, what I'd like you to do is step one leg out to the side, like so. Keep your hands on the floor, nice flat back, and all we're going to try and do from here is twist up towards the straight leg. Deep breath in, breathe out, try and touch your whole forearm on the floor. Deep breath in, twist up 5 times. Down, forearm to the floor, looking for that stretch down the inner thigh of the straight leg. 3, down, 3 more, 4, down, 2 more, up, 5, down, and last one, 6, and down. Good, swap legs, just again, so you can see what I'm doing. Legs straight out to the side, hands on the floor, nice flat back. Deep breath in, twist up, breathe out. Forearm down to the floor. Deep breath in, twist up. 2, looking up at that hand, rotating to the shoulders, forearm down to the floor. 3, and down. Good, all the way through. 4, looking up, letting the head go with you. Down. 2 more. 5, down, forearm to the floor, and last one. 6, and to the floor. Perfect. Bring yourself back around into that press-up position for me. And we're going to move into a lizard. So, up into your press-up position or your high plank. We're going to step one foot as close as we can up outside your hands, trying to drop the hips towards the floor to get a stretch through the inner thigh and the front of the back thigh. We then rotate up towards that front leg, hand down, step back, then the other side, step up, 2, and we're going to go to 8 like this. So step through and twist, 3, always looking up at those fingertips as you rotate, twist, 4, hand down, step twist, 5. Continual movement, but always looking for the hip stretch and then the upper back rotation. 7. And last one. 8. Very nice. Coming down, back to that press up position. What we're going to do here is try and just push up into your downward facing dog, pushing through the fingertips, allowing the heels just to drop towards the floor, rocking side to side. If you're comfortable here and you want to progress this, you can try and reach through to touch your opposite toe, one hand, then the other hand, then fold forwards, down into that high plank, and repeat. So up 6 times, so shoulder, toe tap, up, toe tap, back down. The next progression again is tap your left shoulder, keep the core tight. Tap your right shoulder, keep the core tight. Push up, stretch through, touch your opposite toes. And come down, that's 3. We're going to 6, so shoulder tap, push up, stretch through those hands, you drop the heels, toe tap, 4. 2 more of each, shoulder, stretch up, toes, 5. And last set, shoulder, stretch up, and 6. Pick the variation there you find the best for you. Good. Relax your knees down to the floor for me. And then we're going to lay on your back. You get a bit of a rest here. So, arms out wide, feet flat on the floor. And all we're going to do from here is roll the knees to one side, keeping the feet flat, or keep the feet together on the floor. One side, and then over to the other side, just rolling out that lower back, letting it stretch up to 10 times. 3, and across. 4, and across. 5. 5 more there. I'm not trying to tire you out yet. 6, 7, last 3, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Fantastic. Then your last one there, before we move on to your activations, you're going to lay on one side, both knees up in front of you, palms together, and we're just going to try and open up like a book, keeping both knees flat on the floor, all the way out. Follow the hand with your head looking at your fingertips, and then come back 5 times. So stretch out, rotate all the way through. 2. If you want to make this harder, what you can do is try and draw a semicircle on the floor over your head and watch your fingers as you go. 3, and then come back over the top. 2 more, sweep out. 4. If this gives you no stretch at all, your last option to make it harder is to kick out your bottom leg and drop the top knee to the floor and try to maintain that knee on the floor as you sweep all the way around to the other side and relax at the end, just letting the tension go. Perfect. 5 on the other side, team. So, onto your right side if you're with me. Both knees up, and your options are open up like a book, and relax. Sweep over your head, all the way out, and relax. Let your head at least come halfway. Ideally, look over at your fingertips. 2, over for 3, all the way out. If you want to make this harder, remember, we can kick the bottom leg out and try to maintain that knee as close to the floor as you can. 4, over the top, and last one, all the way out. 5. Brilliant. Hopefully you are feeling somewhat warm and somewhat mobile. We're now going to go on to some core activations to work at warming up your core and your glutes and your shoulders to set you up well for your weights training to come. Our core warm-up is going to start on your back with an exercise known as a curl-up or a dead bug. We'll show you today the basic versions, and then we can progress these each session to make them harder. Starting off, one leg straight, one leg bent. This will set your lower back into its most natural position. I want you to use your fingertips just to slide them underneath whatever shape or gap you have underneath your lower back. Don't lift your back to make shape, just see what there is and hold there. What we're going to do then is squeeze your tummy muscles and just try and compress your fingers by about 40% of the maximum pressure you could. So gently squeeze your spine down onto your fingers. You should feel your core muscles switch on and hold there. What we're going to do from here is pick your straight leg 1 inch off the floor, and then if you can, pick your bent leg 1 inch off the floor, keeping that pressure on your fingers. Then every time we breathe out, we're just going to swap legs. So out there, we're going to try for 12. Deep breath in, breathe out, swap. 2. Deep breath in, breathe out, squat. 3. Deep breath in, breathe out, swap. 4. So always on the exhale, keeping that pressure exactly on the same on your fingers the whole time. 5. Swap. 6. Swap. 7. Last 3. 8. 2 more. 9. And I lied. 2 more from there. 10. Up to 12. Squeezing those abs down onto your fingers. 11. and 12. Very nice, relax. Should you need to just quickly rock one side to the other, just to loosen off your abs there, you can. Completely up to you. Then we're going to move on to a glute bridge. So feet flat on the floor, hip width wide, and heels as comfortably close to your bum as you can. Hands on the floor for the moment. We're going to start by drawing in through your belly button. So try and draw your belly button down to the floor. Pull up through your pelvic floor. And again, we start by flattening that spine onto the floor. Roll the pelvis towards you, trying to pick just your bum up without lifting the lower back up. And then we peel one vertebrae at a time, slowly, 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 up to the top of your glute bridge. And we squeeze those glutes around an imaginary credit card. Imagine you're trying to hold a credit card between your cheeks at the top. And then roll back down. We're going to do that 3 times slowly. If we can move always on an outward breath, even better. So deep breath in, belly button in, pelvic floor up. Slowly exhale all the way up as you roll up to the top. Squeeze that imaginary credit card between your glutes. Deep breath in, breathe out, roll back down. Good. And then your last one, we're going to roll up and hold at the top. This time, if you'd like more of a challenge, I'd like you just to straighten one leg and hold for 2 deep breaths, focusing on really squeezing that supporting glute as hard as we can. Put the foot down, re-squeeze that credit card between your glutes, straighten the other leg. 2 deep breaths, in and out, in and out. Good. Swap again. We're going to go to 6, that's 2. If you ever need to relax between these repetitions, that's fine to drop to the floor and reset and go again. That's 3. Looking not to let the hips rock, lean or twist. Tummy staying tight, glutes working hard. 4. Last 2 there. So squeeze the right glute if you're with me. Good. 5. And swap sides again. Keep that breath as your tempo is how long you hold. 6. Feet down and slowly roll back down to the floor. Perfect. Our last 2 exercises, we're going to come round into a bird dog. So again, another core warm-up. What we're going to do is start in that neutral spine position. So hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, nice flat back. You will look for almost a double curve in the spine here. So slightly hollow through the lower back wherever it's comfortable, but actively press the floor hard away from you. Okay, so we're strong through the shoulders. We're going to think about squeezing our tummy muscles tight without rocking, leaning or twisting. I just want you to stretch your right arm long ahead of you and kick your left heel long behind you. You should focus on tensing your tummy muscles here. It takes a bit of effort or conscious effort to make sure they work. You're going to hold for 2 seconds, brush down to the floor where you started, stretch straight out again. Hold for 2 seconds, come back in. That's 2. We're going to go to 8. So out, 1, 2, 3. Keep focusing consciously on squeezing that core, those core muscles tight. 4. Back in, squeeze out. 5. Strong through that supporting shoulder. Out. 6. Again, no rocking, leaning or twisting. 2 more. 7. And last one. Out. 8. Fantastic. Other side. Shoulders again, push into the floor, keep them pulled away from the ears. One arm up, the other arm, the opposite leg out, squeeze long, pause for 2, brush just where you started, stretch straight out again, 2. Down, brush where you start, back out, 3. We're not looking to come all the way into here because we can't maintain that position. So out, 4, down to where you started, 5, squeeze those core muscles, in, out, 6, 2 more, in, out, 7, and last one, in and out. 8. Fantastic. Your last warm-up exercise today, guys. We're going to just do a 20-second plank to make sure you can hold that. A 20-second side plank, sorry. 2 options here. Bottom leg bent, top leg straight is the easy one. Hand on your top hip or up in the air. We're just going to lift, hold, and stay there for 20 seconds. However, if you want to make it harder, we can go feet on top of one another, lift, and hold for 20 seconds. If you are barefoot, split the feet so the top foot is in front of the bottom foot, lift up and hold. So let's go 20 seconds there. From 3, 2, 1, off we go. A 20-second hold there for me. Squeeze your bum, keep your hips lifted nice and high, and hold. Try to breathe. Try to stay relaxed. If you can't yet make 20 seconds in a full plank, then make it a half plank. If you can do a half plank relatively easy, then aim for 10 seconds on your full plank. In 3, 2, 1, relax. Swap over onto the other side. And we go again there. So whichever variation you like, lift your hips up and hold. From there, let's go. 20 seconds, team. Hand either up in the air, down on the hip, either bottom leg bent, top leg straight, as I'm showing you here, or we can go both legs straight and lift there if you wish. We have got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Hopefully that has warmed you all up. We're feeling a little bit of warmth, a little bit of activation through your core. Your glutes feel like they've done some work. Now we can move on to your strength work. Good work, team.